Good morning. It's Eric Webster videoing a brief message for you from the beach. We're here for a couple more weeks. Had an interesting experience. Well, it ran over several weeks, but a few weeks ago I met a woman and her husband from Boston up on the deck where I sometimes will shoot a video during happy hour and things. And as we were talking, it came out that she had a lifelong fear of dogs and had gone to see a hypnotherapist many years ago and that it hadn't helped. And he gave her more or less an affirmation to say. And when she said what that affirmation was, it occurred to me that it was quite possible that every time she said that affirmation, she was buying back her fear, installing it deeper and deeper and, owning it for her very own, as opposed to the goal, which was to eliminate it. So we talked a bit about the fact that I was a hypnotherapist and and I said, it occurs to me, blah, blah, blah. And I suggested a couple of different alternative phrasings for that affirmation that I felt might be more effective, and encouraged her to, look at those and for her to discern if one of those might be a more powerful statement for her as she was reprogramming her mind. So didn't think anything more about it, but last evening I was sitting up there. It was a gorgeous day, and various people wandered up and sat down, and we were all talking, and this lady remembered me from our prior conversation, and she said, "Oh, I'm so happy that I ran into you again. I have to tell you, my husband and I and some friends went out for lunch the other day, a couple days ago, and as we walked in to be seated, I noticed that there was a service dog laying next to a table with another diner." And she said, in the past, I would have gone all the way around the restaurant to not have to walk past that dog. And she said, I walked right past it. There was no problem at all. Those affirmations that you gave me are just amazing and powerful. And of course, first and foremost, I congratulated her because that's a marvelous change of outcome for her. But secondly, I reminded her that it was the power of her mind that had created that behavioral change for her. And we talked about some other things, and I said, it might even be time to reframe that statement that I gave you a bit. But it was so cool for me as someone who works in the realms of people's subconscious minds. Didn't even have to hypnotize this person. She was able to reprogram herself. And so the purpose of me recording this segment today is to remind you that you also have that same power to reprogram your life. If you find words or phrases coming out of your mouth or living in your head that are not actually accurate for where you want your life to go, I would encourage you to rephrase those and say words that are going to uplift you and take you in the direction you want to go. My whole journey with this stuff was about Jose Silva's mind control process. And I played around with it and had some fun, interesting insights from it. So if you're ready to begin having that discussion with yourself, I would still recommend Jose Silva's book. Although I'm also happy to have those conversations with people at any time. That is what my business is. That is what my passion is. So I hope that this has provided you with some insight. Love feedback. Please comment. Please ask questions. Go to my website at redefiningsuccess.net, and I'll see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye.